Today, I'm being tested like a military pilot and I can't fail. Guys, these are the wings. They're not just designed for lift, but they're designed for speed. Guys, you know these are military planes. These wings are way thinner than the commercial aircrafts. Guys, this is the engine of a military aircraft. It is designed for power. It is loud and powerful. This engine is not for comfort. It's for speed and power. Guys, this is the cockpit of the military aircraft. It is designed for quick decisions and is very tiny. It can only hold one person. Guys, this cockpit is for action, not for passengers. Guys, this is the vertical stabilizer, or you can call it the fin. It helps the plane to stay stable and change direction. It is sharp and angled. It helps the pilot to stay in control, even at high speed. Guys, these wheels here are the landing gears. They help the plane to land safely. They support takeoff and landing. As you can see, they're stronger and more compact. They're designed for rough or short runways. These landing gears are for tough airports, not for smooth landings. Guys, this is the nose or the front of the aircraft. This part helps the plane to cut through the air. It reduces air resistance and improves aerodynamics. Guys, as you can see, it's sharper and more pointed. This shape helps the plane to move faster through the air. Guys, this is the nose air intake. This is where the engine gets air. It feeds air into the engine. It helps generate thrust. Guys, as you can see, for a military aircraft, they're large. They're designed for high-speed airflow. Without this, engines cannot work properly. So guys, now I'm in the cafe. I just ate some lunch. It was very good. I'm actually now very full, and I enjoyed the journey so far. From now, later we're gonna go to the tower, to a tower here. There's a small tower to see everything, and then also we're going to do history about all the military stuff. It's gonna take a while, and then after you guys, we will rest and we will rest, and then I will play the indoor playground, and then it will be the end of the video. But now, of course, we have the interview. Yeah. The most interesting aircraft I saw today was that's actually a very difficult question, because I saw a lot of planes and they were all very cool. So. And I actually can't really remember the name. So let me say the fighter jets were very cool actually. And it was the most coolest one was the one we were doing like the parts of the aircraft. Yeah, we were doing like some parts. That was actually one of the most favorite. And also the other ones, there's another one inside a big one, fighter jet. It was actually also one of my favorites. Yeah. I think the most important part of the aircraft is, I'm gonna say three that I think that is the most important. First, the engine. Second, the wing. And third, I think the landing gear. Those, I think, three are the most important parts.
And why?
Because the engine provides power the plane to go forward, and also the landing gear helps to provide wide on the land, and also to take off and to land. So because if you don't have a landing gear, how will the plane even move? And also the wing, because it helps provide the stability of the aircraft, I think. Yeah. With the difference I think about military and passenger is military is always more made for war, and they're way faster planes, more smaller also, and more, it has always guns in them, and they don't carry a lot of passengers. It mostly happened for like fighter stuff. So but the passenger aircrafts, like passengers who were just traveling to France, let's say from Netherlands to Africa, from Netherlands to different countries. So yeah. If I could sit in one aircraft, which one would I choose and why? That one inside. It was quite big. It was that one inside. Yeah, it was the. I forgot actually the name because the names are so difficult to explain. But it's that big one in the middle inside. It was. Yeah, it was impressive. Yeah, and that one. Yeah. What do I think that makes a fighter jet fly so fast? Because it doesn't carry a lot of cargo, and it's more. It flies faster because it has more stability and more. Yeah, the nose is thin, and then it can really like glide. What was the hardest aircraft pattern sent today? That thing that helps the engine to that if it doesn't help the engine, if the it's like a hole something, and then if air doesn't come in the engine, it can't fly very well. So that's yeah. So actually I forgot how it's called, but I now know the word is nose air intake. Nose air intake, I mean. What surprised me during the museum visit, because how they stored all those fighter jet planes and all those planes, that's very impressive. That surprised me actually. First they said it's very small, but it's actually very big. What is one thing I learned about airplanes today? It's the same part I told you that it was more difficult. Is that part? Yeah. The nose air stability or something. I actually don't remember. Oh, if I had to explain another airplane to a kid, what would I say? Know the parts of an aircraft. Yeah, this is the main. Do I think aircrafts are more complex than expected? No, they're not very complex because they're main stuff. So the main stuff you have to know, like parts of the aircraft. They're not very difficult than I thought. No. If I was a pilot of one of the aircraft, what would I feel? Amazing. What do I think a military pilot needs to be good at? I don't know because it's not my job, so no. Do I think flying a military aircraft is harder than a normal plane? I think no. I don't think so. And why? Because they just feel a little the same, but only difference is that they are more flexible. Yeah. What is the most important skill a pilot should have is knowing the parts of an aircraft. Yeah. After the day, do I feel closer to being a pilot? Yes, of course. Yeah. I've done a lot of aviation and everything uses aviation. That's why.
Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, now I'm riding a horse, but in like to go to the castle. Now my horse is stopping. Go! So guys, come look the castle. Wait. I'm gonna go from the side. Side. Woo! So guys, show you guys. The answer? Huh? Next. Okay, so guys, come here. Yeah. I always go like this.
Zo ga je doen.
Wat doe jij niet, hè?
Wait.
Is dit van